Have you ever tried to call your cat only to be completely ignored? You reach out, you try to get closer, you try to show affection, and your cat just walks away. No reaction, no interest. Like you're not even there. At first, it feels confusing. Maybe your cat is just independent. Maybe it's not in the mood. Maybe that's just how cats behave. That's what most people think. But the truth is, your cat is not ignoring you randomly. It's reacting to you. And more specifically, it's reacting to something you keep doing, something that feels completely normal to you. But to your cat, feels completely wrong. To understand this, you need to shift your perspective. Stop thinking like a human and start seeing the world the way your cat does. Because cats don't experience affection the way we do. They don't need constant attention. They don't respond well to pressure. And they don't like being controlled. In a cat's world, everything is about space, distance, timing. Every movement has meaning. Every interaction is a choice, not an obligation. So when you reach for your cat, when you lean forward, when you move into its space without warning, you think you're being friendly, but your cat doesn't see it that way. It feels pressure. At first, the reaction is small, almost invisible. Your cat leans back slightly. Its ears shift. Its eyes narrow just a little. These are subtle signals, easy to miss, but they matter because this is how your cat communicates, not with words, but with behavior. And in that moment, your cat is telling you something. This is too close. This is too much. I'm not comfortable. But most people don't notice. They keep going. They reach out again. Maybe faster this time. Maybe more eager. And your cat reacts again. It moves away. Just a little. Still calm. Still controlled. Still giving you a chance to understand. But you don't. You follow. You move closer. You try again. And every time you do, your cat learns something. Not about affection, but about you. It learns that you don't respect its space, that you don't read its signals, that you will keep pushing, even when it's uncomfortable. And that's when things start to change. Your cat doesn't react dramatically. It adapts. It begins to create distance earlier, sitting further away, turning its body away from you, avoiding eye contact, not because it dislikes you, but because it doesn't trust the interaction, because every time you come closer, it expects pressure, not comfort. And this is where most people make it worse. They think the solution is to try harder, to call more, to reach more, to force more interaction. But that only reinforces the problem, because now you're not just missing the signals, you're ignoring them completely. And your cat understands that. So it stops trying to communicate because communication didn't work. Instead, it avoids, it walks away before you even get close. It keeps distance by default. And from your perspective, it looks like rejection, like your cat doesn't care. But that's not true. Your cat does care. It just doesn't feel safe engaging. Because for a cat, safety is everything. Not just physical safety, but emotional safety. Control over space. Control over interaction. Control over when to approach and when to leave. And every time you reach first, every time you move into its space without permission, you take that control away. And without control, there is no trust. There's one mistake that causes all of this. One simple behavior. Something most people do without thinking. They always initiate. They always reach first. They always decide when the interaction happens, instead of letting the cat choose. And that's the problem. Because in a cat's world, the one who controls the interaction controls the relationship. So when you constantly reach out, constantly try to engage, constantly move into its space. You're not building connection. You're removing choice. And when a cat loses choice, it creates distance. That's why your cat ignores you. That's why it walks away. That's why it seems uninterested. Not because it doesn't like you, but because it doesn't trust the moment. Because every interaction feels forced. And until that changes, nothing else will. So what do you do instead? You stop, not just for a moment, but completely. You stop reaching. You stop following. You stop trying to control the interaction. And that feels strange at first, because you're used to doing something, trying something, fixing something. But with a cat, doing less is what creates more. You sit down, you relax your body, no sudden movements, no calling its name, no chasing. And most importantly, no pressure, because pressure is what pushed your cat away in the first place. You soften your gaze or look slightly away, because direct eye contact can feel intense to a cat, sometimes even threatening. And then you wait. At first, nothing happens. Your cat stays where it is, watching you, trying to understand what changed. Because something has changed. You're not following anymore. You're not invading its space. You're not forcing interaction. And for the first time, there's no pressure. And when that pressure disappears, your cat doesn't feel the need to move away. It can stay. It can observe. It can think. And slowly, that turns into curiosity. Your cat takes one step forward. Just one. Then it stops, watching you closely, waiting for you to react. But you don't. You stay still, calm, neutral. And that's exactly what your cat needs. Because now, the interaction is no longer controlled by you. It's controlled by your cat. And that's where trust begins. Another step, closer now, still cautious, still aware, but no longer avoiding, because there's no reason to. You're not chasing. You're not forcing anything. You're simply there, predictable, safe. Your cat pauses again, its body relaxed, its ears neutral, its tail calm. These are the signals you missed before. The signals that mean, I'm comfortable. I'm choosing this. And that choice is everything, because trust cannot be forced. It can only be earned through consistency, through patience, through respect. Your cat moves closer, now within reach. But you don't move. Not yet, because this moment matters. This is where most people ruin everything again. They get excited. They reach too soon. They break the calm, and the cat leaves. But this time, you wait. You let your cat decide. And then it happens. Your cat leans in, just slightly. A small movement, but a powerful one, because now it's choosing you, not reacting, not avoiding, choosing. It sniffs your hand, slowly, carefully, taking in your scent, reading you, understanding you. And still, you stay calm. No sudden movement, no grabbing, no pressure. And that calm builds trust. Your cat steps closer, its body brushing lightly against you. A movement, a soft, intentional movement. This is not random. This is communication. Your cat is saying, I feel safe. I trust this moment. And only now do you respond? Slowly, gently, matching its energy, not controlling it, not forcing anything, just following. Your hand moves softly, a light touch, no pressure, no sudden movement. And your cat accepts it, not because it has to, but because it wants to. And that changes everything. Because now the connection is real, not forced, not one-sided. Mutual. Your cat stays. Not for a second, not out of obligation, but because it's comfortable, because it chose to be there. And that's something you cannot fake. You cannot rush. You can only build it. Over time, this becomes the new pattern. Your cat approaches more often, stays longer, feels safer, not because your cat changed, but because you did. You stopped trying to control the interaction and gave that control back to your cat. And this is what most people never understand. Cats don't ignore you because they don't care. They ignore you because they don't feel safe engaging. And safety for a cat is everything. It's built on space, on timing, on choice. And when you respect those things, everything changes. Your cat sits next to you now, calm, relaxed, its body soft, its eyes half closed. It looks at you and slowly blinks. That slow blink is trust. It's your cat saying, I feel safe with you. And without thinking, you mirror it. A slow blink of your own, soft, calm. And in that moment, there's no pressure, no confusion, no distance, just connection. Simple, quiet, real. The room feels different now, not because it changed, but because the energy did. Calm, balanced, exactly how your cat needs it. And as everything settles, as the moment becomes still, there's a contrast, a memory of before. You reaching, your cat walking away, that distance, that disconnect. And then back to now, your cat walking toward you, calmly, willingly, choosing you. Again,